Para sa atin ikalawa at pinakahuling tagapagsalita, siya ay nakilala sa hit YouTube series na Gameboys at ang best actor ng 17th Asian Film Festival sa kanyang pelikulang Kalel. Pinapakilala natin sa inyo, Mr. Elijah Canlas.
Hello. Kita ba ako? Hello. Naka-2cam setup ako ngayon. Meron laptop. Choppy po ba ako?
Hindi naman,
Hindi
sir.
naman.
Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening po sa lahat. Thanks for having me. Ano?
Hi, okay. Jello, kamusta ka naman ngayong pandemic na ito? Kamusta naman
Ayun,
yung... Sige.
Pandemic, well, di siya madali for everyone, of course. Like, it's been really hard for everybody. Pero especially, I remember like the first months of the lockdown and the quarantine. Yun, I was, syempre, nasasad kasi ang mga projects na-cancel. Tapos, I was left at home, nakahiga lang, walang ginagawa. Tapos, nagkaroon ng blessing with Gameboys and yun, kinabibisihan namin until today.
Okay. Ayan. Actually, lahat ng nandito, halos lahat ng nandito ngayon ay galing sa Elijah Nations, Jello Fanatics. Actually, lahat sila supporters mo. Guys, you can say hi. You can turn your videos on and you can say hi to him.
Hi guys!
Hi, Jello!
Hi,
Jello!
Hi,
Jello! Hi, Jello! Hi, Jello! Hi, Jello! Hi, Jello! Hi, Jello! Hi, Jello!
Okay.
Hi, baby ni
Okay.
Hi, Cairo!
Hi, Elijah.
Best
Hi!
actor.
Okay, guys.
Hi, Jello.
Kalma muna.
Hi,
Kalma muna, everybody.
Hi, bestest boy.
Pinong!
Kalma muna tayo. Kalma muna. Okay. So, if you have any questions for Elijah, for Jello, you can chat it now sa ating comment box para mabasa niya at masagot ang ating mga katanungan. Ayan.
Pero kung
Meron kang nais ikwento, Jello. Ayan. Kamusta naman ang love na natatanggap mo mula sa iyong hit na YouTube series na Gameboys?
Yun, hanggang ngayon, still overwhelming, still surreal, na parang, wala lang, hindi ako makapaniwala pa rin until now. But I really appreciate everyone and I'm so grateful for all the love and support na nakukuha ko. I'm not used to it, but nung una, overwhelmed pa ako kasi hindi ako sanay. Pero now, like, I'm really enjoying it and super appreciate ko each and every one talaga.
Okay, before ka pumasok sa showbiz, 'di ba, ikaw ay nanggaling sa PHSA, tama? Philippine High
Yes.
School for the Arts. Ayan, kamusta naman yung naging experience mo doon as student artist?
Well, it was really a privilege kasi yun, lahat ng nag-aaral doon ay scholars and we live in the mountains. We have to live there. We were required to live there. Plus, as a high school student, usually wala namang specialization pa, wala pang courses. But in that school, it was like the Philippine Science High School for the arts. Pero hindi siya science high school. Ano lang siya, for the arts lang talaga siya. Pero, it was really a privilege, scholar, free everything. And it was my passion. Like, acting was really my passion. Even when I was young kasi, even back then in elementary days, yun yung ginagawa ko, na umaarte ako for the theater and I really love doing it. Tapos, while studying in Makiling, wala kaming internet, wala kaming signal, wala akong anything for 4 years. And yung ginagawa namin, secret pa yun, na may merata kami ng mga movies at ito-download namin sa laptops namin. Tapos, pasahan lang yun. Like, parang, may na-download ako last weekend. You wanna watch it? It's by this filmmaker. Tapos, yun, nag-brew naman yung love ko for film. And because of that school, then I wanted to be a filmmaker. I wanted to be in films because I love cinema. That's what I'm passionate about now. And, swinerte that because of Makiling also, because of PHSA, na dun ako first time, dun ako na-discover basically. Dun ako nakita ng O'Hara family, sina Tito Jerry O'Hara, Tita Peewee O'Hara, because they were looking for kids to cast sa Cinemalaya film nila, 2014 Cinemalaya film na Sundalong Kanin. And, hindi naman ako choppy, no? Choppy ba ako?
Hindi naman.
Yun, tapos, that was 2014, I was 13. Tapos, parang pa-summer pa lang yun eh, hindi pa ako nagpo-14. And, swinerte na, I was blessed enough to get the part. Kasi lead agad yun. Tapos, one of the leads agad yun. And yun, ang dami ko natutunan in that school. Feeling ko, since I spent my adolescence doon talaga nahulma yung isip ko, like how my mind works and what I like and what I dislike or how I work then, like yung personality ko, dun na rin nahulma. It was really fun, sobrang privilege yung buong experience.
Yun. Speaking of, so parang first love mo pala ang filmmaking. Ayan. So may nagtatanong dito, ano ang maipapayo mo sa aking nais tahakin ang filmmaking pero walang kasiguraduhan kung makakarating?
Wala namang kasiguraduhan anywhere, kahit as a scientist or whatever. Don't fret guys, kasi don't start doubting yourself kasi lahat yan, walang sure, there's not one person na sure na ma-achieve niya yung mga gusto niya sa buhay niya. And para sa filmmaking, I guess, just keep watching films. Keep watching films. Like, ako, dati addict ako sa panonood. Kasi syempre nga, nasa bundok lang ako at walang ginagawa nun. Ginagawa ko lang, manonood ako ng movies kapag bago matulog. In between sa mga break, nanonood ako ng movies, saka 3 ako in a day sometimes. Sobrang addict ako sa movies. And dun lang, parang just keep being inspired and, have a good circle of friends around you na, kasi filmmaking is also like a hobby. It's also a hobby. It's also like a game. Parang, tara gawa-gawa lang tayo ng video kasama mga friends mo. Tapos, gawa lang kayo ng gawa kahit pangit. Wag niyong kekasyonin sarili niyo. Gawa lang kayo ng gawa. Kasi, it's as much as, like, sa sports, ang mga athletes, nagpa-practice yan na nagpa-practice. Ganun din sa arts. Like, hindi siya talent eh. Like, hindi lang siya basta talent. Pinaghihirapan din yan. You have to keep practicing. You have to keep rehearsing. You have to keep practicing whatever art you're doing. So sa filmmaking, if you want to be a filmmaker, you have to keep practicing. No? Kahit mga YouTube videos gumawa ka or mga kalokohan na videos, and you have to keep watching, observe yung mga idol na films mo, and lessons from that as well.
Okay. Thank you, Lawrence.
Ayan,
Ano pa ba yung mga questions natin dyan?
meron dito nagtanong, galing kay... Sino ba siya? Kay Bana Seprado. Advice for someone who wants to pursue theater film, how to start, any tips?
Just do it. parang tulad lang ng any kind of passion, di ba? Or any kind of... Dun sa'yo is yourself. Madalas. Not to sound privileged or anything. Usually pumipigil lang sa'yo is yourself. So you just have to dive in. Kahit natatakot ka, kahit kinakabahan ka, even though you're not sure of yourself, you have to just dive and try and just do what you want to do. So if you want to become a theater actor, manood ka ng play, kailangan you have to put yourself in the circle, then mag-networking ka ganyan. So mag-audition ka kasi mga casting call, even in films, it's madaming open auditions dyan. And you have to, dumaan ako dyan, nag-audition, tapos ilang beses na-reject. But since it was my passion, I just kept going and going at it. And lahat talaga pagdadaanan yun. So, wag kayo matakot na ma-reject. If you want to be in the theater or be a filmmaker, be in films, you have to, as an actor, you have to audition. You have to audition and you have to, hindi pwedeng balat sibuyas. Like, you have to, kailangan makapal yung balat mo. And wag kayong matatakot lang. Just believe in yourself din. As cheesy as that sounds, you have to believe in yourself talaga.
Ayan, no, meron pa ulit tayong tanong. Ito naman ay galing kay Jeline May Perez. Hi, Elijah. Can you walk us through your everyday life, your routine, your habits, attitude, or values that you hold become where you are right now?
Daily routine in life? Depende kasi ngayon, syempre may pandemic. Iba, na bago lahat ng daily routines natin. Diba? Lahat tayo nasa house na lang, nakahiga na lang or what. As ako, daily routine ko nowadays is that I wake up around 8 dahil may 9 a.m. shoot for Gameboys and we do it inside the house lang. So yun lang. Tapos shoot lang the whole day, tapos mag-rest. If I'm not busy, I usually just either play NBA 2K, if anybody knows that, yung basketball game. Tapos, pero mas madalas, nanonood lang ako ng movies. Movies talaga. Like, tambay ako sa Amazon Prime or sa Apple Plus or sa Netflix, of course. I Want din, nung may I Want pa kasi mawawala na yung I Want. Tambay ako sa I Want. Ano pa ba yung mga apps? Basta yun, tambay ako sa mga ganyan. Even in YouTube. And I also love hip-hop music. So, milig din ako manood ng mga analysis, mga video essays on how yung takbo ng utak ng isang artist. Like, not just filmmakers, even like musicians and visual artists. Like, since ewan ko, like, I really have this passion for the arts, not just, syempre, mainly film, but almost everything. Like, sobrang curious akong tao as an actor. I sobrang mabilis ako ma-curious sa mga bagay-bagay. And I love observing, I love listening, like, down to the littlest details. Like, gusto kong ma-pinpoint yun, gusto kong matahi lahat ng mga bagay-bagay. And, that's what I do usually in a normal day. Tapos, a value that ko lang value. Basta the word that I live by every day of my life, like day by day, I always remind myself of the word empathy lang. I mean, that's most important because I'm an actor, pero syempre, as a person, I think everybody should, know the value of that word and know how to live by that word. Dahil, we have to keep being kind to each other. Tapos, empathy talaga as an actor, syempre, you have to empathize with the characters that you play. Kaya empathy talaga, tsaka yung effect, tsaka yung affect, like I try to decipher ano ba talaga difference ng dalawang yun. Kasi once you figure out the difference between those two words, like magbabago din yung pakikitungo mo sa mga tao sa buhay mo, sa kapwa mo. So, hindi naman ako nagbabasa ng dictionary or anything. Pero I love reading articles, yung mga video essays, ganyan. So, nakaka-pick up ako ng words and dahil nga curious guy lang talaga ako, parati kong inaalam down to the littlest details yung mga bagay.
Ayan, ito marami nagtatanong. Anong favorite character ang na-portray mo at bakit ayon?
Favorite. Wala akong favorite. Siguro favorite si Marius sa Past, Present, Perfect. I portrayed this guy, si Marius Past, Present, Perfect, directed by Dwayne Baltazar. I guess it's my favorite kasi yun yung pinakamadali. Yung pinakamadali. Like, bar none. Yun yung pinakamadali kasi, ano lang yun eh. Like, nangungulit lang. It's high school. It's not that, it's not that hard or anything. Pero, yun yung favorite. But other than that, kung hardest yung tanong, it's definitely Cairo. Yung ginagawa sa Gameboys, it's so different. And Cairo as a person is just a really hard character to portray because he has so many layers. Kung favorite lang, dun ako sa pinakamadali.
Meron pa napakadaming tanong. Sobra. Ito muna. Hi Kuya Elijah, one thing po na nagustuhan ko sa inyo is yung hindi nyo po pagdadalawang isip na magsalita about sa political issues. Ano po ang masasabi nyo sa mga taong pinipiling ipikit ang mata sa katotohanan na nasa harap naman na nila?
You know, ako hindi ako mahilig kasi like ayoko nag-spoon feed naman you know, my principles and my perspective in life. Hindi ko spoon feed or force feed yan sa mga tao kasi hindi naman ako Diyos, right? I'm not God. But, you know, nasa point na ako ng pity eh. Naaawa na lang ako sa kanila dahil syempre may inis kasi you're so privileged that you just choose to close your eyes and hindi papansinin yung mga tunay na mga masamang nangyayari sa ibang tao, hindi lang sarili iniisip mo. Siyempre nakakainis kapag may taong sarili lang talaga iniisip niya. As long as hindi sila affected, okay lang. Pero nakakaawa na lang sila. Like parang, like why else live life if you only care for yourself? Diba? Kaya nakakaawa na lang. Yun ang masasabi ko. But, you know, I'm always vocal din about my, you know, my beliefs and all that. Kasi, especially if I know na it matters, like what I think will matter in the bigger picture. Kasi sabi nila, hindi sila sama sa rally dahil okay na naman yan, ganyan, sila na bahala dyan. Pero strength in numbers pa rin yan eh. One person who's fighting for what's right is like already an added person to a bigger group. And kung wala nga yung one person na yun, edi walang kwenta yung laban. So, hindi ako natatakot naman na to speak my mind. And if it's what I believe in talaga, especially fighting for, you know, the marginalized and the oppressed, I will really do it. If it's the least I could do. It's the least I could do.
Yan, meron pa tayong tanong. Tanong lang kayo ng tanong, guys. Ito ay galing kay 𝘉𝘰𝘰𝘬𝘴. Maaari ka bang mag-rap freestyle tungkol sa nangyayari sa ating lipunan ngayon? 5 salita.
Talaga ba?
Ipaglaban ng bagong salad kahirapan.
Sorry po. Sorry po.
Sino yun? Sino si
Hi
Lay?
po.
Hi, Lay. Gusto ko yung pinapa-freestyle mo. Umirap mo freestyle. Pero, I mean, freestyle
Sige
is
po.
also skill, di ba? Like, freestyle is a skill. And it also takes practice. So, parang, before the pandemic, I don't do it by myself. I always do it with my friends. Yan, mga kaibigan ko, mga tropa ko. Like, that's what we do when we're hanging out. We play an instrumental beat and we practice just playing with words. Parang nakakatawa nga kasi may brother si JM, yung bunso namin. Nagpapa-vlog siya ngayon. Tapos, towards the end of the vlogs, usually nag-freestyle. Ganyan. Tapos natuwa ako kasi, napaya ako kasi I'm usually, like, hindi sa pagmamayabang, pero I'm usually better than those videos show me kasi pinapractice ko yun dati. Tapos ever since the pandemic, since busy with Gameboys, plus hindi ko naman nakaka-hangout na yung mga tropa ko, it's hard to have a freestyle session over Zoom. So wala ako sa practice noon. Pero gagawin ko ba? Gagawin ko ba yung gusto ni Lay?
Gawin niyo na po, please. Nakikiusap po.
Para, ano ba? Like,
Kahit short lang po.
Kasi kahit pre-read. Like, I usually, pag bored ako, nagsusulat ako eh. I wrote this last night or the other day. Parang ganun. Rappers are monkey flipping with the funky rhythm. I be kicking against the current sounds. Musicians, they be making up the sounds. When I'm bound, go to town on your girl. Man, it's funny how you be tripping. You know it's my world. And you best know my name, cause this shit's my domain. Fucking it up since you were storing bad ideas in your brain. Fuck the fame, got no shame. No, you don't feel the same. Only goal is be feeling the limitless range out of focus. Nowadays, people don't know how to mind their own business. Makes me wanna jump the trend, tear up the meniscus on Christmas. It's kind of vicious and malicious, I know. Facts prevail versus superstitious people suppose. Okay na yun, Lay. Happy ka na dun.
Thank you. Thank you po. Thank you po.
Ano, Elijah, sino ang nag-influence sa'yo mag-rap? Or may idol ka bang rapper? Favorite music? Ganun.
Yeah, definitely. Ako kasi, growing up, mahilig ang dad ko sa mga classic. So, new wave siya. So, mga The Smiths, ganyan, Tears for Fears. Siya niya yung influence ko dati. So, na-influence niya ako ng classic rock. Puro Beatles and Queen, yun yung mga tugtugan ko when I was like 12, 11, ganyan. Tapos when I was 14, 15, lumabas ang Straight Outta Compton, yung movie about NWA, yung biopic nila. Tapos, parang usually minamaliit ko yung rap kasi nga yung alam kong rap is the Chris Brown, Look at Me Now, ganyan. Yung mga always braggadocious pagmamayabang about money, about girls, puro ganun lang parate. So I thought rap was lame. Then I watched the Straight Outta Compton. Tapos na-realize ko that hip-hop is rooted in like, nagbunga siya because of oppression for the black community. Tapos, doon ko nakita na it can be deeper than what it is. Might be deeper than most of the songs that I used to love. Like, kasi it's all rooted in lyrical stuff di ba? Tapos, yung poetry pa noon, yung rhyme schemes, yung mga double entendres, wordplays, kanya sobrang hirap while you have to, like some artists. Like, so, inspiration ko dyan si Nas, si Kendrick Lamar, definitely, Earl Sweatshirt, even Mac Miller, mga ganong, usually doon ako napapupunta sa lyrical MCs, kung tawagin. Kaya ako na-inspire sa rap. Pero hindi naman ako rapper pa. Hindi ako rapper. So diyan mahilig lang talaga ako. You know, it's a hobby din. I love listening to it. I love studying it. I love reading it. Tapos gagawa ako sometimes kung bored lang ako kasi, you know, it's fun to do.
Ang dami nag-aabang.
Lawrence. May isang magandang tanong dito. The main subject of this content is success. So what's yours? At a very young age, what can you share as your greatest achievement so far? And have you ever sacrificed anything just to achieve a goal?
Berlin, wala na siya naintindihan. Nag-feedback ka.
Wala ba siyang naraintindihan? Ayan. Hello.
Like, tungkol sa success, naintindihan naman.
Ay, sorry.
Ano ba? I wouldn't say I'm successful yet. Kasi, very ambitious ako as a person talaga. So, ang dami ko pang gustong mapuntahan or magawa. Since I just turned 20 a couple of weeks ago. Or a week ago, yeah. Ewan ko, gano'ng katagal na ba. Basta, I just turned 20 and it was a really, like, sobrang weird nung pag-turn ng 20 kasi I didn't really feel anything. Pero it's a big change then. Like, people are anticipating how does it feel? Is it a big change? But parang people change naman talaga. Even like in a span in between, ang tawag doon, sa loob ng isang taon, ang daming beses na ako nag-iiba. So, like, age is just a number for me. And success is like, I don't ever wanna tell myself that I'm successful. Because when I believe that I am, baka maging tamad ako. Or baka, you know, hindi na ako maging grounded. So, yun lang talaga personality ko. And I'm not really a fan of myself. I hate, to be honest, when people ask me, do you like yourself? I don't. I hate myself. I don't even like watching myself. Like, when I see myself or when I hear myself, nagki-cringe na talaga ako. Dahil, like, I always feel like I'm not enough. May ganun akong attitude when it comes to myself. Pero nagkaroon ako ng confidence because I just work hard. So, parang yun lang yung ginagawa ko. I don't ever want to stop working hard because that's what I do. Pero in terms of sacrificing, I remember when I was 14, yun nga, nagkaroon ako ng first film. Tapos nung 15 ako, like, people were asking me to do teleseries. And at the time, I just wanted to keep acting. Tapos hindi ko pa alam kung anong gusto ko sa buhay. So sabi na, teleserye. Matutuwa yung mga tita-tito ko. Panood nila ako sa TV. Ganun pa yung nasa isip ko. So I accepted it and it was a really small role. Medyo bad experience pa nga kasi parang they didn't care about me. So parang nag-isip na lang ako na I'm just gonna focus on my studies. Kasi I really, like, my main dream is to be a director, not really at the time. Like, ang main dream ko was to be a director. So, kung ganito lang yung trato sa akin ng industry, if everybody takes me for granted, then I'm just gonna stop. So, I was 15 or 16, I stopped acting. Tapos bumalik na lang ako when I was 18. Kaya, yun yung mga sacrifices na kailangan mong gawin. Tapos, right now, like with school, online classes and all that, I'd have to, yun, pinag-iisipan ko pa actually if I'm gonna go through it. Kasi ang dugo ng schedule because of the online classes. And we're doing Gameboys and there's gonna be a movie soon. And, ang daming nakaschedule for me sa acting side. So, hindi ko alam kung kaya ko pa mag-school. So, I'd have to sacrifice one thing or like, eventually, I'd have to sacrifice something. Pero you just have to remind yourself, like, what do you really want in life? And if it's worth sacrificing, I would do it. Kaya, go lang ako ng go. Pero hindi rin ako masyadong, as much as I talk about dreams and ambitions, hindi talaga ako, nakikita ko sarili ko sa laptop, naglalag ako. Anyway, hindi ako maiisip sa future madalas. Kasi gusto ko, I'm just living in the now, in the present. Tapos whatever happens, tas I work from there. Pero yun, I still have my dreams and ambitions, so that I know what I work hard for, hindi mawawala yung pagiging grounded ko, and I know why I'm doing all of this, yung purpose. But yeah, ang dami ko sinabi.
Ayan. Yun ay tanong ni Cesar Musngi. Yun. Siya ang nagtanong nun. Lawrence, baka meron pa tayong ibang questions dyan. Alam kong bumabaha na. Merong 36 new messages na hindi ko pa binubuksan. Hindi ko pa nadadaanan. Ayan. Wait, ayan. Pili pa tayo ng... Ito, may tanong tayo rito. Yan. And what decision you could make today that your future self would thank you for? Ayan. Ano pa nga
That my what?
What decision?
That my what would thank me for?
That your future self would thank you for.
Thank you. Yung pagiging lang siguro. Siguro, ano ba? Parang wala. Hindi ko alam.
Wouldn't know that yet.
I mean, it's hard to pinpoint, to be honest. Kasi nga, I just said na I don't think about the future that much. And I'm a very apologetic person. Hindi ako super confident to the point na this is who I am and I don't give a fuck. Ito ako yun. But I'm not like that. So I don't know if my future self would like that na I'm a very reserved person or that I don't like myself. Maybe my future self wants me to be more confident than I am now. But I wouldn't know. I just, I hope I'm doing things right, but I probably not because I'm not perfect din naman.
Yan. Ito, interesting question to. Yan. Miss Bebeth Orteza was the previous speaker. I know Temptation Island is one of your favorite films, and she starred in it as the Miss Manila Sunshine host. Anything you'd like to say to her? Ayan, come.
Oh my God. Tinetext ko lang Nandiyan pa ba si Miss Bebeth? Wala na, right?
Nandiyan pa ata.
Oo, may emergency siya. Bigla siyang umalis.
Ayan.
Okay. Wala lang. Tinetext ko sinachat ko si Eunice dito na nandito pa rin si Miss Bebeth or what. I mean, I just I would love to thank her for everything she's done for the industry also.
Sorry. Andun pa siya.
Oh my God. Hi, Miss
Bebeth.
Bebeth. Hello po. Hello po.
Nasaan?
Oh my God.
Sabi niya, I can participate na, but I'm watching. Sabi niya.
Okay.
Hello po. Yun lang. I just wanted to thank you po for everything you've done for the industry. I mean, you're one of the pillars din po of everything that's happening right now. So, thank you for that po. Nahiya ako bigla.
Yan, Lawrence. Sige, baka may mga questions pa tayo, Lawrence.
So, meron pa tayong tanong. Medyo political siya eh. Saan yun? Galing siya kay
Galing ba siya kay Daniel? Yung ba yan? Nasaan si Lauren?
Oh, yun ata. Yan.
Ayan, galing to kay Daniel. Ako nang babasa. Okay.
Sige, natatabunan kasi.
Okay, sige.
Sorry.
Ganun ba karami yung mga tanong? So, ang tanong niya, in line with the youth and their socio-political awareness, pabor ka ba sa ilang mga kabataan sa panahon ngayon na nagiging beyond the bounds of law ang galawan sa social media towards their reaction to the civil and political leaders? Are you in favor of it? Yan. Ayan.
Ano yun? Ang dami nun ah. Ano ulit yan? Sorry.
Sabi nga, pabor ka ba sa mga ilang kabataan sa panahon ngayon na nagiging beyond the bounds of law ang galawan sa social media towards the reaction sa civil and political leaders?
Hindi ko alam kung what does that mean. Like, is it like yung dahil because of the terror law na parang you can't post on social media, or are they really doing like deep web stuff on the internet? Because I don't know much about yung mga galawan na yan. Ang alam ko lang yung kumari, if you speak up about on Twitter, tas papa-NBI ka ni Bongo, hindi ako agree doon.
Ano po, ma'am?
Hindi tama yun. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, di ba? So, like, they should let us speak our minds. Pero hindi ko alam yung mga deep web, kung may deep stuff pang illegal na nangyayari. Kung ganun, I need to learn much. More pa siguro.
May message si Tita Bebet. Wait lang, basahin natin. Ayan. We are only as good as...
Oh no!
Ayan, sabi niya, we are only as good as the rest of our community. Kung ang sakit ng kalingkingan, sakit ng buong katawan, ang pag-isa at ligaya ng isa ay hahawa sa pag-asa at ligaya ng mas nakararami. Yan ang sabi niya.
Oh, ang ganda.
Ayan.
Ang ganda po na, Ms. Beth. Thank you po.
Meron pa ba yung mga tanong?
Ayan, galing kay Justin Carillo. As an artist, what do you think is the effective way to speak out about injustice?
As an artist, how do you speak out? I mean, you could like do it in your works. Like, di ba sina Lino Broca before, that's what they did during martial law, may censorship, as they always found ways to show the injustices happening in the country. Pero like, as an actor siguro, as an artist, siguro like choose projects that would, have those advocacies. And pero don't be afraid to like speak your mind or like speak what you really think about what's happening in the world on your own, like as yourself, not as the character you portray. So may social media, yung power ng social media ngayon, I think, lalo na if you're a person of influence and if you think that what you believe in isn't, is in line with sa moral compass talaga, like kung tama yun, kung tingin mo tama yun, you should use your platform well.
And nabanggit mo kanina na gusto mong maging director, ganun. Kung may nagtanong, kung ikaw daw ay magiging director, anong klaseng pelikula ang iyong gagawin?
I mean, hindi ko pa iniisip yan kasi like before iniisip ko kung gagawa ko ng pelikula, it's gonna be like a Koreeda shoplifters thing, or pwedeng Wong Kar-wai na In the Mood for Love. Ganun yung mga trip ko dati. Pero ngayon, sobrang trip na trip ko si Miko Livelo, si Joel Ferrer, yung mga yung Tol na movie nila, yung sabog lang na sabaw lang talaga yung pagkakagawa. I mean, that's fun also. That would be fun to make. I could just imagine how fun it was to make. Pero, I'd love to make films of substance sana. Siyempre, my idols are like sina Lino Broca, sina Mike De Leon, and I would love to make films like, yung tatatak, yung may legacy yung film niya one of these days. Pero I'm not sure. I'm not really like sticking to one genre lang, siguro, if ever.
At may isa tayong tanong. May feedback ba ako? Ayan. Sabi dito, what moment made you realize that you wanted to be an actor?
I wanted to be an actor. Siguro kasi pinanganak ako, I grew up. Tapos my mom, lahat kami sinasali sa theater. Kasi I remember, ang kwento nila sa akin na it was a debate because my mom wanted us to be ballet dancers and my dad wanted us to be athletes. Tapos parang nag-flip sila ng coin, tapos we did everything naman, pero sabi lang ng dad ko, wag lang ballet dancers. Kasi parang like at the time, medyo iba yung, I mean, until now naman, very, may toxic masculinity going into ballet, which is not right, di ba? Pero ganun yung pag-iisip before. Tapos, yun, napasali lang kami sa theater eh. Pero yung I wanted to be an actor and make films talaga was when I watched The Last Airbender sa 3D. Like, I watched it sa Alabang Town Center. I was addicted to Avatar The Last Airbender. Like, I memorized the whole mythology around it. So excited ako kasi M. Night Shyamalan, the director, was like director of Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, really good films. So sabi ko, The Last Airbender is gonna be awesome. Kasi it was really, really bad. Sobrang na-disappoint ako to the point na sinerge ko why it went wrong. Like, bakit siya naging super pangit, di ba? Bakit naging ganun kapangit yung pelikulang yun? Tapos, napunta ako sa mga sites like IMDb, Metacritic, Rotten Tomatoes, tapos I was reading why, tapos magkakaroon na ng links like, mga links ng mga Godfathers, parang I've never watched that, tapos, yun, napapanood ng films, tapos, sobrang bad ng acting sa The Last Airbender, and I was like, I want to be an actor to show them how to do it. Parang ganun pa, as a 10-year-old din yung nasa isip ko. I want to be an actor para malaman nila na, ang pangit ng ginawa nila.
Ayan. So, yung tanong na yun galing kay Terence Laude. Follow-up ko lang doon ay, may iba ka pa bang, kasi parang parang sabi mo kanina, dahil yung family niyo ay oriented pagdating sa arts, pagpe-perform, kung sakaling hindi ganon, I mean, nagkaroon kayo ng mas kalayaan na pumili ng direksyon na tatahakin, meron ka bang sumagi sa isip mo na feeling ko mas parang gusto kong itry din sana to? Kung hindi acting, kundi theater, may iba ka ba bang gustong puntahan sana na industry? Ganyan.
Ako gusto ko talaga maging astronaut. So, maybe bilang ambisyoso ako at gagawin ko nga lahat para makamit yung mga gusto ko. Siguro, trinay ko rin yung best kong maging astronaut, pero sobrang far-fetched ng astronaut, no? Ano ba? Athletics siguro talaga. Kasi varsity din ako ng basketball, ng badminton. And until now, I love watching sports. Like, I love watching tennis, I love watching the NBA, I love watching badminton even. Like, I love watching sports. So maybe doon ako napunta.
Naglalag siya. Naglalag ba siya?
Yes, medyo. Nagdalag na.
Sports talaga.
Okay. So, yun. Sports. Okay, sige. Meron ba tayong questions, Lawrence? Siguro, dahil ito ay 7:55 na siguro, last 3 questions tayo. Last 3 questions. Ayan.
Yung follow-up nila kanina dun sa tanong na, di ba, lumalaki nga kayo na sinasali kayo sa theater ng family nyo, dumating ba sa point na na-pressure ka na mag-excel sa pag-acting or sa industry na ginagalawan mo ngayon? Nawala siya, no?
Hello?
Ayan.
Lumipat na ako sa laptop kasi balita ko naglalag daw ako. Hello?
Ayan, sir. Okay.
Opo. Ano po yung question? Sorry.
Mas okay po.
Magandang tanong. Do you enjoy debating politics with your friends? Do they have similar views to yours?
do I enjoy? Siyempre, I mean, if we lived in a perfect world, pare-parehas, hindi yun pala perfect world. Parang if we lived in a, if we lived in a perfect world, mas, mas may harmony lang yung way ng thinking ng mga tao, ganun. Pero, I don't enjoy it. Sometimes, irritated pa nga ako, especially kapag hindi same ng, hindi same ng pananaw. Tapos kapag selfish or ano bang description doon? Yung self-centric, yung sarili lang nila, privilege basically, na to the point na magiging pangit. I don't enjoy it, but we have to do it. It's what we owe to each other. And hindi naman ako titigil as much as it's tiring. Hindi ako titigil to do it.
So, meron tayong question galing dun sa president ata ng Elijah Nation. Pero feeling ko nasagot na to. Ang tanong na lang, anong bago sa buhay mo ngayong pandemic?
Sino si Ann ba yan?
Oo. Tanong talaga.
Anong bago sa buhay ko this pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
Ano po, definitely it's the being mga supporters, and definitely that's so new to me because yun nga, before the pandemic, all of my social media accounts were private, and I only talk to people I knew, and puro indie films kasi yung ginagawa ko, right? So hindi ako sanay sa mainstream attention or whatever you call it. Hindi ako sanay, but this is so new to me. Umaabot sa point na it's really overwhelming, but I'm really, really grateful. Like, it's what keeps me, like, excited ako gumising every day because I know that, people believe in me, that people support me, and that, they would love me despite who I am. Kaya I'm really thankful for everybody that supports me. Ito yung pinakabago sa akin, all of this.
Lawrence, last two questions.
So, last two question. Ito, kanina pa to, hindi pa natin natatanong. Galing kay 𝘉𝘰𝘰𝘬𝘴 Mores. Hi, Elijah. How does your favorite color represent yourself?
How does my favorite,
How does your favorite color represent yourself?
Color? My favorite color is black. Pero it's not even a color, di ba? Technically, it's not a color. Pero it's my favorite color talaga. Or kung color, technically, pink. Pink or red. Siguro, ano mo masasabi ng colors? Hindi ko nababasa yung what colors mean and all that. Pero, I guess, medyo unconventional kasi yung choices ko. So, I guess it shows that I'm more open. I'm open-minded and that I'm really flexible as a person. And yung utak ko, open na open sa kung ano man.
Yan. Last question.
May mga naka-pink daw ngayon. Sabi nila.
Yes, I love pink. Thank you. Nakikita ko kayo lahat.
Blackpink. Pwede ba?
Thanks for wearing pink, guys.
Ayan. Ito ay huli naming tanong mula sa aming grupo at bilang isang aktor at sa lahat ng kinakatayuan mo ngayon at lahat ng tinatamasa mong success, para sa iyo, ano ang formula ng success?
Formula of success would be having principles, having, the right principles, whatever that is. I mean, siguro naman may iba-iba tayong standards of what's right and wrong, pero at the end of the day, like, may moral compass yan at, basta tama yung prinsipyo, tama din yung values, I would say dapat maka-Diyos. That's really important. And then, but mainly it's really just being ambitious and hard work. And you have to put all the effort you can, and you have to work harder than anybody you know. So if you see somebody working hard, you have to work harder than them. That's what, that's how I treat life lang din. Kasi competitive din ako as a person. So, I mean, I just wanna, wina-one-up ko parate kung sino man yung hard work. And you have to challenge yourself and kahit ano pang sabihin ko, you have to love yourself also and learn how to respect yourself and respect and believe yourself and be kind to yourself and especially to your kapwa. Kaya, I think everything will work out by then. But if you don't know what your dreams are yet, it's okay as well. Parang you just keep trying until you find it, and it's gonna be okay as long as you put maximum effort to everything that you can, and mag-work out din yan eventually. I mean, that's how I live by. Happy ba ako?
Go.
Yun, basta yun. Feeling ko choppy ako. Pangit wifi right now, guys. Sorry talaga.
Ayan.
Kaya medyo okay na. Sir, hingi lang kami ng message para sa iyong mga supporters sa Elijah Nation at Jelonatics.
So, thanks guys. Nakikita ko kayo. I'm scrolling. Naka-laptop na ako right now. So, kita ko yung mga Elijah Nation dyan, yung Jelonatics. I don't know how else to thank you guys. If I could just every day, I will talaga and talk to you every day. I can't, because of this pandemic, I haven't met you, pero I wish I could meet you. So please stay safe and mag-ingat kayo lagi. Huwag kayong magkakasakit because, I mean, for your families and for yourself, ako na yun, being my selfish self na gusto ko kasi kayong ma-meet. So, huwag kayong magkakasakit. Be safe out there. Sobrang thank you. Sobrang grateful ako sa inyo guys because, I've learned how to love myself even more because of you guys. So, thank you.